PNC students, class is officially in session. Today, we're going to be talking about coverages A through F that you're going to find on your DP policies as well as your homeowner's insurance policies. If you guys are new here, my name is Sherelle Walker. I am an insurance agency owner and an educator, and I'm here to help you pass your PNC exam on the very first try like I did. Before we get into each coverage, I want you to understand that coverages A through F are very foundational to the DP and homeowners insurance policies. If you are able to tell the difference between coverages A and F, you will be able to answer multiple questions on your PNC exam. So one of the main reasons why as PNC agents we have to be licensed on both the property side and the casualty side is because there is a lot of policies like a homeowners insurance policy that combine both. You are going to be able to have coverages for the property side, such as the dwelling and your personal content, but then you're also going to have coverages for things like liability if someone was to come into your home and slip and fall and hurt themselves. So instead of it just being one coverage, each section is divided into different parts, and each one of those parts have a specific purpose. So let's start with coverage A. Coverage A is the dwelling itself. So this is going to cover the actual structure of the home, including the walls, the roof, anything that is attached to the home. So if there is a peril that affects the home, such as a fire or storm damage, coverage A is what's actually going to protect the home to have it rebuilt. All right, next we have coverage B. Coverage B is other structures, and this is what protects what is not attached to the home. Okay, so we're thinking about sheds or fences, even a detached garage. The reason that these are separated is say that there's a storm and coverage A, the dwelling doesn't get touched, but say that the fence blows away or the shed in the backyard blows away. This would be another structure, not the dwelling. I always like to think of B as behind the house. So things that are behind the house is just a little tip that I like to use so that I can remember what coverage B is. Let's move on to coverage C. Coverage C is personal property. So this is going to be all of your contents on the inside of your home. Think your furniture, your clothes, your jewelry. This is going to protect you if you have damage to those items as well as theft. The way that I like to remember coverage C is for content. So contents inside of the home. Let's move on to coverage D. Coverage D is loss of use. If something happens to your home, like a fire or storm, and your home is now uninhabitable and you are no longer able to live in your home, loss of use is what would step in to help you live elsewhere. So it would help give you money to stay in an Airbnb or stay in a hotel. One thing to note is that coverage D only applies when you experience a covered loss. Now let's shift into coverage E. Coverage E is liability, and this is where you are legally responsible for injury to someone else or damage to someone else. For example, if someone gets injured while they are on your property, this is where liability would come in, but think legal responsibility, bigger claims, and bigger situations. Coverage F is medical payments. Coverage F is smaller, more straightforward claims. So this is not as big as your liability. This might be if someone just got injured on your property, say that they had a cut or something, and they ended up just getting small, minor medical attention, but they didn't sue you for something bigger. So medical payments is going to be those smaller issues, but it is going to pay out regardless of who is at fault. So think coverage E, bigger issues. You're being sued, it is, and you are legally responsible, versus F is something smaller, minor, and it doesn't matter who is at fault. Alrighty, students, we have covered coverages A through F on homeowners and dwelling policies. Make sure that you guys like and subscribe to this YouTube if you like videos like this. I also go live every single week at 4:30 on my TikTok, which is at Walker Insurance Agency. I pick a different topic and we go over topics similar to what we did today in this video, and then I do quizzes at the end. And then additionally, if you need some additional resources to study, I do have a PNC study guide. The link is in my bio. Guys, and this is Insure You. Your insurance era starts as soon as you pass your exam.